So welcome once again to the Den of Doom. Today's session are 6 technical efforts of 2 minutes each. We are working at tempo, so that's about 6. And then we're going to do a 5-minute stretch at sweet spot. It's a 45-minute session or just under. And so I hope you're ready to join me. I have no idea who's with us, but fingers crossed you're not just sitting on the couch or having your morning coffee with a nice biscuit and you're on your bike ready to pedal with me. I'm thinking of doing them from here on in at 9 AM, so if that suits you, please give me a thumbs up or message and comment below. If you want to join in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can do them at any time. Not quite the same as doing it perhaps on Zwift, but then you don't get me on Zwift. Now, dogs, behave. Haven't started the watch yet, so all being well, it's all synced through. Okay, scrolling through to get to indoor bike. Okay, indoor bike I'm now on, hopefully you are too. Pedal effectiveness, do work out, and I'm going to press the OK in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So 4.5 minutes we've been live and we've just started. Excuse the little cough I had this morning. I actually think I'm allergic to biscuits. I had a biscuit with my drink this morning. Trying to monitor when I cough the most, see if I've got some food allergies or intolerances. Okay, so it's a nice 10-minute spin, then 6 2-minute efforts. So we're really going to concentrate on our pedaling action today. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to connect the brain to the leg, hopefully. So we're going to do 2 sets of 3 lots of 2-minute intervals. For the first 2 minutes, we're going to think about the right leg. For the second 2 minutes, we're going to think about the left leg. And for the last 2 minutes, we're going to just pedal without thinking excessively about either leg. If you're on a watt bike, have a look at your profile. See how it changes when you're just thinking about a different leg. You want to think about scraping the poo off the shoe and then pushing up and over off the top. So it's really trying to engage the power on the pedal for as long as possible. I'm not going to worry too much about cadence today. I just really want you to think about having pressure on the pedal throughout the movement. If for whatever reason you can't hit the power, don't worry about it until we get to the last 5-minute sweet spot, and then I'd like you to be able to be in the correct zone. So sweet spot is about 94 to 97% of your functional threshold. Ideally power, but if heart rate is what you have to work to, then that's fine. Or an RP of 6 to 7. So it's just below your threshold power. Well done. Hope you're with me there, Heath. Heather's my regular on a Wednesday. Fingers crossed I'll have a few more as we progress. I can understand why you're cycling outside, but to be honest, you can do these sessions outside, but to actually focus on your technical aspects and your power, or your effort. Living in Pembrokeshire, being so hilly, it's very rare that we actually get a 2-minute length where we can do a solid, consistent effort. Obviously, if you live somewhere nice and flat, then that would be ideal for you. I tend to work to time when I'm outside in Pembrokeshire or Cardiganshire, Ceredigion, because what we do, 50 miles of Pembrokeshire, West Wales area, is nowhere near as easy as a 50 miler perhaps in the southeast of England. Having lived in London for a few years, or just outside, I used to cycle 50 miles on a regular basis. And I remember coming home to Pembrokeshire and almost dying on a 50-mile effort. So if you're looking to train Ironman and you're not doing a Pembrokeshire course, somewhere that's flatter and more consistent, really focus on sticking to time in the legs rather than the distance covered. The other difference that we have here in Pembrokeshire is our inclines are super steep. So if in the Lake District, for example, or Yorkshire, where a lot of the hills are long and rolling and they're just long heavy slogs, it's a different kind of training than sort of heading down Newgate Hill and then shooting up the other side, or Knowlton Haven or Little Haven Hill, which are all like that. So the different energy systems and the way you approach the hills need to be considered when you're training locally for races which are elsewhere. Well, I can see myself, but I can't actually see if anyone's online, so fingers crossed you're all there. I have looked back in the past and seen about 70 people have viewed it. Be nice if all 70 were taking part. Now obviously I'm going to stress that not all the work is done inside. Really, really important that you get your biking skills or bike handling skills up to a par. If you train solely inside, and you haven't got a fancy wobble board, etc., to give you that feel, you really need to go out and make sure you've got your balance in order to avoid potholes, to miss somebody who's perhaps doing something silly in front of you and you weren't paying attention. You need lightning reactions, and what you get here is a false sense of that. So my fear is a lot of turbo cyclists, if you're on Zwift all the time, you build up a massive amount of power, you're able to go out at high speeds, but when it's needed, you haven't got the skills to avoid an incident or an accident, or to react quick enough. So it's really important that we do some skills and head outside, even if it's just little and often, even if it's just with the children. I will look to do some skills training to help build confidence as soon as we can get more than 2 people together at a time. And we just snag a car park and some cones and just practice, practice, practice. Practice transitions, they're also really important. You can see I leave my shoes on the bike. That's really how you want to be getting on and off. So I'm keeping an eye on the screen, mostly to make sure that I'm still actually live and it hasn't all gone dead. Well, we've got some serious thunderstorms, I think, predicted coming Thursday, Friday. So indoors might be the only option that you have. It was raining cats and dogs yesterday. Got 2 minutes left. That's it. So from here, the next 2 minutes, some sprint efforts actually. See if it tells me what's coming up next. Nope, it's our 2-minute efforts. With that focus on scraping the poo off the shoe. And then lifting and pushing forwards. Well done. Should be warming up quite nicely now. There we are. So what we're going to do, like I said, is think about one leg at a time for the first 2 efforts. And then pedal. Cadence is really what is comfortable with the gearing that you've got in. Anywhere between 80 and 100, and I'm quite happy with that. Below that, it's okay. Let's just see if we can lift it a little bit. So you're not unclipping, we're just thinking about one leg. And one way to do that is perhaps do your count. You're counting your right or your left leg. We're going to start with the right leg, then the left leg, then both legs. Not that it matters which one you choose. So there will be a little increase in power, or heart rate or effort, in 3, 2, 1, and let's think about the right leg. So you're just thinking about working one leg. Not too hard. That's it. Got a little bit carried away to begin with. I think we all do. It's technique, technique, technique. If you've got that watt bike, you should now be seeing a circular pattern on one side with a tiny little circle on the other. So a big circle on one side, small circle on the other, as you think about the different sides that you're pedaling. So focusing on our right, and we've got a minute left. Well done. Try and stay smooth, stay relaxed. Shouldn't be too hard. Actually, it's probably a 5 or a 6 on the RPE. "30 seconds left. Come on everybody, well done. "15 left. Three, 2, 1, and rest for a minute. A little bit easier for 1 minute. That's it. Nice easy spin out. We're going to swap legs and think about the left one. "30 seconds recovery left. Superb, well done. Well, we've made the decision. We are getting the guinea pig. But I've come up with a master plan of building its hutch. I will video it and let you know how wise that was. Okay, focusing on the left leg. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So think about pulling through, scraping that poo off of that shoe. Now one leg you'll have found it much easier with. And that's what we want to try and do, is eradicate any strength or technical imbalances. Now my left leg's not as good as my right. I can hear a different sound on the trainer than I did with my right. Stay in that power zone. That's it. In between gears. One minute gone. Well done. Keep it going. Fabulous. "30 seconds left. Fan on. Hopefully you've all got your drinks. Don't forget, pull off the shoe and push over the top. 10 left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Not sure if I've lost you. Nice and easy now, both legs for 1 minute. Spin it out. Brilliant. For a third of the way through. So for the next 2 minutes, I'm going to focus on both legs, working just that little bit harder than you are now. Think about the shape, think about the power and the pressure that you've got on that pedal. Three, 2, 1, and let's keep that there. So both feet now. If you're on the Watt bikes, think of that oval, think of the shape. The more circular you can get it, actually the better you've got that power. No dead spots in the middle. 1.5 minutes gone. To go. Technique is so important in cycling, swimming and running. If you've got a good technique and a solid form, you're going to save energy, which can be used for forward propulsion. Think about how you're pedaling, shoulder the top. Well done. Keep it going. According to this, I'm still live, so you should still be there. "15 seconds to go. And 1 minute, nice and easy. One, and relax. Nice and easy for a minute. That's it. Ready to leave it? Nice and easy. Well done. Now we're halfway through the technical efforts. In 20 seconds, we're going to focus on the right leg again. Brilliant, well done. Good form, keeping the upper body as still as you can, enabling the power to transfer through. Going in 3, 2, 1, and right leg. Good, pulling back. Not just a pushing stroke, pull back. Engage the hamstrings, engage the glutes. When you get off to run, and saving those quads. Legs, no individual muscle group will be excessively fatigued if we get the technique right. Keep it going. 1 minute left. Just over. Right leg only. That's what you're thinking about. The other one is moving. You're focusing on getting a full pedaling action with that right leg. Over the top. Scraping the poo off the bottom. Hello. Sorry, the dog's having a bit of a standoff. Alex, come on. Get out. 20 seconds left. Keep with that right leg. We're on a 5 or 6 now. A little bit harder than the first time we did it. 3, 2, 1, and nice and easy. Both legs pedaling. Have a drink, mop your brow. Next focus will be the left leg. Well done, 20 seconds recovery left, and then we're on the left leg. Remember the session's under an hour, so we don't need any extra fuel, but we may need to take on fluid. Going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Focusing on the left leg now. Push that heel down, scrape it through. Use your ankles. Use all the muscles in that leg to transfer the power. Keep it going, nice and smooth. The left leg is better on the second effort, which is good. It's woken up at last. That's it, nice and smooth, well done. 1 minute focusing on the left leg. What you're doing is thinking about working that a little bit more, connecting the brain to those muscles. I can feel that my left leg is working harder. Fingers crossed you can too. If you can't, really concentrate on it, because forming those connected pathways is really, really important. and it will prevent any muscle imbalances from communication rather than strength. Keep it on the left. As soon as we fatigue, our brain will just automatically keep firing to our favoured side. So we don't have a favourite side. We're going to fatigue less and go on for longer. Go 3, 2, 1, and relax. That's 1 minute. And then both legs. You want to be able to get to a point where you don't know which is your favourite leg, favourite side to breathe to. As a vertically challenged hurdler, everybody was doing 3 strides per hurdle, which meant that they always went over with one leg. I was going to do 5 or 4. 5 meant that I was just too slow, leg speed wasn't good enough, so I had to stretch it out and do 4, which meant I alternated my lead leg. That's when I was an 80 metre and then a 100 metre hurdler. Never quite got the length to do the 3 strides. Okay, we're going for both legs now. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So when I transitioned to 400 metre hurdles, I wasn't necessarily the fastest on the track. What I was the most technically proficient on both legs. So whereas other girls who were predominantly right leg, lead leg, would stutter and alter their stride as they were approaching a hurdle to make sure they hit it with their right leg, or didn't hit it, but cleared it with their right leg, I would just go over with whichever leg was there, because I didn't have to think about it. My body was trained to hurdle as well with my right as with my left. Same with bilateral breathing. Lots of people say they can't do it. All you've got to do is train that brain, train the brain to accept it. Do a swim where you just breathe to the other side. That's a good idea. It's all about how much your body rolls and that reach, and it'll balance out your stroke. And in open water, should help you go in a better, straighter line. Although some of my profiles on the Garmin didn't look that straight at the moment. So both legs now. Think about the shape. Think about the effort. Three, 2, 1, and your minute's recovery. So once we've completed our minute's recovery, we're going to put a little sweet spot effort in. All being well, both legs are working equally hard. Reading a little bit more about VO2 max the other day, and it's quite interesting. My VO2 max recorded in a laboratory was actually 67 about 8 years ago, which is pretty damn high. So you'd wonder why I hadn't quite made it to the top. A lot of that comes down to technique. If your technique is inefficient, you'll never maximise your VO2 max. Okay, going up in 5. For 5, off we go. Oh, we're resting for 5 more, I think. That's it, nice and easy. 5, then hopefully it's the 5-minute effort after that. So unless you're technically proficient or whatever it is you're trying to do, Having an amazing aerobic capacity stands for nothing. Also, you have to train it. So really what it is a marker of your potential. If you have a high VO2 max, it'll indicate that you could be very, very good at something. But what you need to do is the correct and appropriate training. Now unfortunately, I think I dabbled in far too many sports before taking up the triathlon. Or maybe didn't get those technical skills. Swimming is probably the one that's most technical, clearly. It's that feel for the water. It's not about strength and power. When youngsters of 11, and even younger than that actually, can actually swim faster than most of us. It's not brute force, it's that feel. Swimmers have got an affinity with the water that the rest of us haven't. If you've got little people, I'm not saying get them into swimming clubs, get them in the water. Just playing in the water makes a massive difference. Poppy's a lovely little swimmer, and all we did with her was just get her in from an early age, play, play and play some more. They get that feel, not necessarily through swim, 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 million lengths, but just being in the water. She did swimming club for about a year, but the water was too cold for her. So frustrating. But then, for her to be challenged, if you wanted to make it as a swimmer, you need to be a little bit taller than 5 foot, I think. I don't think she's going to make 5 foot. So gymnastics is her bag. Brilliant, nice, easy pedaling now. Just let those legs go. Think right, left, right, left. If you're doing the challenge at the weekend, there are different distances. So some of you will be doing 30k, some of you will be doing 50k, and some of you will be doing 90k. Just remember it's a challenge, not necessarily a race. I think a lot of you dropped out last weekend because the times were posted, so I haven't posted them this week or last week. Competition is with yourself. My master plan with the times is so that if you did them week on week, you could compare your progress. And for me, it's actually quite a good, interesting scientific research to see how people are adapting to the sessions, how they're recovering during the week, and looking at who recovers more quickly, how they recover. It was interesting to see that some people recovered a little bit better than others. And then look back at their history and have a look at how that's impacted, or maybe their training volume has impacted on their ability to recover from a session. My brain never stops switching on. So following the same program or the same taper as somebody else does not mean that you will perform the same as somebody else. So I've adjusted everyone's week this week, so people haven't got the same. A little bit more rest in there for some. Okay, I believe we're hitting sweet spot. Now, I really want you to focus on how you pedal for this 5-minute effort. Think about your technique, stay focused. That's it. So now we're at an RPE of 6 or 7. Towards the end of the 5 minutes, I expect you to be feeling it a little bit. Should ideally be able to talk back to me and tell me what you've just had for breakfast, how many hours sleep you've had. Brilliant. And the first minute is up, so well done. 5 minutes will fly, particularly compared to what you've been doing at the weekends. We will be testing again soon. Hopefully we can adjust the power ratios for people. Think about how you're pedaling. Can you feel the shoes on your heel? I know, I'm so cheesy. I love things to rhyme before we run out of time. Now I understand why I've not got any more subscribers. I'm at 424 now. Only 576 to go to hit my 1,000. I'm not just doing turbos, clearly. There's information on there about physiology, anatomy, A-level P information, massage information, running drills, a whole wealth of info that hopefully you'll be able to just watch. Some are only 10 minutes, some are only 2 minutes. Have a little look on the site. YouTube channel, CD Training _ Claire Owen. Like it, love it, comment on it, subscribe to it. Well done. And 2 minutes left. Absolutely brilliant. So let me know how you're feeling during this 5 minute effort, and it'll give me an indication of your development. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard is this 5 minute effort? Tap it onto the screen and let me know. Write it in the comments. Don't just watch and go. And now, I'm at the top end of my power target, which is great. And I actually feel about that 6. Not really having to stop for breath. Happy with that. So all being well, when we do the next test, I'll be able to move my margins. No point staying here for too long, not if you want to get faster. Excuse me. Some days you might not hit those targets though. It could be because you're tired and fatigued from previous training. So don't worry about being in the lower end. And if you are today, apologies for stirring in, but I'm feeling quite strong. Well done. Last 10 seconds coming up now, last 10. Three, 2, 1, and relax. And now we're cooling down for 5, and that's the end of our session today. I'm just going to give myself some love. Nobody else has today. Oh, I've got a few other. Hi, Heather. Oh, we've had a few watchers. Rob Makepeace, down in Greenland. Let's have a look. Kate Allen, hi Kate. Long time no see. Brendan, I hope you're on your bike. Still enjoying your training. Sarah Thomas, how are things going, Sarah? Awesome. Mandy in America. Hi, I know you've been on your bike lately. I've seen some of your, well, not Stravas, but your postings. Brilliant. So all being well, you haven't done the session with me now. You can do it a little bit later on. It'll be on Facebook from here on in, within the next 10 minutes. Or if you want to wait for the edited version where I get rid of the 2 minutes dribble at the start, it'll be on YouTube. If you watch it through YouTube, what you're doing is you're helping me build up viewer hours, and what I need is 1,000 subscribers and just a mere 4,000 viewer hours. So I need to encourage you to obviously subscribe, which you hopefully already have, but leave the video running. Don't just watch for 2 minutes and walk away. You need those hours. I'll come and visit you all in my helicopter. Once I'm a millionaire. Been watching the Monaco series. Anybody else been watching that? Oh my gosh, I think it was £30,000 for one night to stay in a hotel room. I thought we could go for a week. Who'd like to join me? Answers in the comments. I'm a millionaire. One of you lucky winners can come with me to Monaco. Now just cooling down. Stick some waves on. Wave, wave. Oh, Rob, mate, please. Hi, Rob. Sure I mentioned you. There's a few more. Hopefully you all know I've waved at you now. Oh, Adele. Hi, Adele. You're looking good. I see you've been doing some really good bike rides as well. Absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look who the others are. I don't know. Can't find out. Well, great way to start today. From next week, it's going to be 9 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. I need to faff around a little less now. I'm becoming a little bit more proficient at how to use the technology. Only a little bit, but we're getting there. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. So all being well, after today's session, you've started talking to your muscles. Not verbally, obviously, but using your brain and your muscles to communicate what you want them to do. I remember many years ago I had a chap who, as hard as he might think about it, he could not get his toes to point. He had a breakdown of communication, and we worked probably a couple of months, and ultimately we managed to get him to point his toes so that he could swim more easily instead of having his feet like that the whole time. Just point and relaxing them. But unless you make those connections, you may never make those connections. It makes you wonder how people, you know, walk, pick a football, all those things that come naturally to most of us don't always come naturally to everyone. So the more we practice talking to our muscles, the more efficient and effective our actions will be. Okay, just 25 seconds left of our cool down. Hope you've enjoyed this morning's sessions and Claire's ramblings. And I hope to see you all later. Probably going to put together a quick 20-minute circuit session, core session, but I'd probably do it straight after this and post it later. Trying to get out into the sea as much as I can at the moment. Thanks once again for joining us. You stop your clocks now. Take care now. Bye-bye.